Before Kevin O'Connell was the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, he was the offensive coordinator for the Rams and played a big part in the evolution of Cooper Kupp. And his game plan that led him to a lot of success was get his star player the ball, which was Cooper Kupp. And now as the Vikings head coach, O'Connell has done a great job at translating his scheme for Justin Jefferson. His scheme is to get Justin Jefferson the ball. A lot of teams will have a star player, but if they're not getting the ball, they're not having an impact. And O'Connell does a great job at getting the rock in his star players' hands and letting them get the work done. This is also a reason why Jefferson has had so much success in his young career. There's so many plays built for Jefferson in the Vikings offense that are just get him the ball and get him in rhythm. It may be Jefferson out of the backfield. Maybe he's out wide. Maybe he's lined up in the slot. Maybe he's set in motion to get open in the flat. Maybe it's a pick for Jefferson. There's so many different plays, and O'Connell does this to have mismatches on Jefferson and for him to get open. Another thing that helps him is obviously he's a great route runner, and even when he is tightly covered, he's still open. The Vikings offense worked week after week. We saw huge performances from Jefferson until week 3 against the Lions last season. Jefferson had the worst performance of his career regarding yards. He had 3 receptions on 6 targets for only 14 yards. And after that game, a lot of people were talking the Lions locked up Jefferson, which was crazy. And so in this video, we're going to be breaking it down. Did Aaron Glenn's defense with Jeff Okudah and Tracy Walker and the rest of the secondary lock up Jefferson? Or was there other events that caused Jefferson to have not so good of a game? Here's the first play we'll be looking at. It's early in the game, the Vikings' first drive. It's after a few run plays, and Jefferson is out wide to the left, one of 2 wide receivers out wide, while the Vikings' offense is in the ISO formation. Now Okudah is playing Jefferson in press man coverage. He's playing him close. This would probably worry a lot of people because Jefferson is such a good route runner. It only takes a few steps for him to lose you. But what you're going to notice throughout this video is that whoever is marking Jefferson is always going to have help. The free safety, Deshaun Elliott, is going to be aiding Okudah in the coverage. The Vikings are going to run play action, and what you're going to notice as this play develops is that Okudah is just trying to force Jefferson outside. He's using the sideline to his advantage, and he's just trying to prevent Jefferson from getting inside. He knows he has help over top, and the Lions are trying to take Jefferson out of the picture, and Cousins ends up dumping it off to Thielen. The next play, again, Okudah's marking up Jefferson close, and Alex Anzalone is going to be the help for Jefferson over the middle. It's play action again, and Jefferson is going to cut right into the middle of the field, right between the zone, and get wide open, but luckily for the Lions, the ball's deflected at the line of scrimmage. I'm unsure, though, why Alex Anzalone was kind of inching towards the top right of the field when Kirk Cousins was just staring down where Jefferson was going to be and not really anywhere else. The very next play, it's play action again. Jefferson at the bottom of your screen is going to put on the brakes, curl route, and the ball goes right through his hands, and then Okudah shoulders him down. There was no flag there for a late hit or unnecessary roughness, which people were mad about, but those are back-to-back plays where Jefferson was open, one he dropped, and the other one was tipped at the line of scrimmage, so far it's not really lockdown defense for the Lions. Kinda lucky. The very next play, it's 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. Again, it's press man coverage with Okudah on Jefferson, and here the help is going to be Tracy Walker. And as this play develops, Okudah is trying to keep Jefferson inside because that's where Tracy Walker, that's where his help is. He's just preventing Jefferson at all costs from getting to the outside. But it's Justin Jefferson who plants his foot, cuts right. Okudah does recover nicely. The ball wasn't thrown there, and if it was, it would have been tightly contested. On the Vikings' second drive, it's an empty set. Jefferson in the slot is able to make a move, get open, and just pick up about 5 yards. Continuing the drive, Cook's in the backfield, and Cousins has trips to his left. Jefferson is in the slot, so he has more room to work deep, and that's what he's going to be doing here. And Jefferson's going to get picked up by Okudah and double teamed by the linebacker. The ball is snapped. Jefferson takes off. He's well covered by the both of them. Cousins has nowhere to go with the ball. You can see he was looking Jefferson's way, and he has to throw it away. I wanted to mention that if you're a Vikings fan watching this, I'm a Lions fan, but I think there's one thing that we can agree on, that it's fuck the pack. Additionally, I know Jefferson torched the Lions for 223 yards in week 14, and I'm planning on breaking that down as well. The last few plays we've looked at, we've seen Jefferson get locked up a little bit by the Lions, and this play follows suit. Jefferson just going to be coming across the middle of the field here, and Okudah plays it very nice. Cook's alone in the backfield. There's two out wide for Cousins. It's man coverage on Jefferson. He's coming across the middle of the field. Okudah's keeping up and breaks up the pass. It's hard to keep up with Jefferson on any route, especially a long route like this. Okudah does a great job staying with him and making a play on the ball. There was flags down. It wasn't on Okudah. However, the ball does go through Jefferson's hands, but Okudah does push him down. So I think it's kind of up to you. Do you think Jefferson could have made that catch, or did Okudah prevent the catch from happening? Later in the drive, Jefferson's going to be in the slot at the top of your screen. He's going to be going deep as the Lions drop back into their zone coverage. He appears to be open for a little bit over the middle of the field. I'm unsure what happened here. The safeties did keep a good distance from Jefferson where they could have came in and made a play on the ball. But there's a lot of space there in the middle of the field where Jefferson seemed like he was open and Cousins could have slotted the ball in there. Cousins was looking that way and must have not liked it. Pressure did get there, but it was well after Jefferson was open. The Vikings are within 5 of the end zone, and there's 2 plays we're going to be looking at here. Jefferson in the slot is marked up by Okudah, and you're going to see KJ Osborne go in motion and then come back and run his route. Before the ball is snapped, KJ Osborne goes in motion. His man stays with him. He comes back. The ball is snapped. Jefferson is running the corner. He's well covered by Okudah. KJ Osborne is well picked up, and there's nowhere to go for Kirk Cousins. And the very next play also includes some really good coverage from the Lions. You can see Jefferson there on the outside is marked closely by Okudah, and to his left is Thielen, who is marked by Deshaun Elliott. The ball is snapped, and Jefferson and Thielen run some quick crossing routes to confuse the secondary. And the Lions defense, Okudah and Elliott here, do a great job switching. You can see Okudah marking up Thielen now. His back is turned to Cousins, but he has his arms out, and he's waiting to go wherever Thielen goes. And this is what O'Connell wanted with this play. He doesn't want Jefferson to be marked up by Okudah. He wants someone else. Excuse me, it wasn't Deshaun Elliott. It was Mike Hughes here that now has to switch on to Jefferson, and there's not much he's probably going to be able to do. The play continues, and Cousins targets Jefferson. It's incomplete. They throw a flag on Mike Hughes for pass interference. It was 3rd and goal. This would have forced a 4th and goal. I don't like this flag. There was a little bit of contact, but I think Hughes played the ball, and I don't really agree with this one. But later in the game, Jefferson's in the slot and the trips to the left. He's going to come across the field here, and he gets picked up by 2 Lions defenders. Cousins dumps it off to Thielen. I mean, when you're double teaming Jefferson, someone's going to be open, and that's what kind of happened in this game. Thielen didn't really destroy the defense, though. He had 7 receptions for about 63 yards, which isn't anything too crazy. Throughout this game, though, Okudah and Jefferson were kind of beefing. We saw Okudah throw Jefferson down already. And this play, Okudah does it again, throws Jefferson down. There is a flag thrown here, but it wasn't even on Okudah. Or maybe it was more Okudah was just beefing with Jefferson. He's knocked him down twice now after the play for no apparent reason. And here's another reception Jefferson had. He's going to be set in motion during the play action. You can see him at the left, comes across the field, easy dump off, but he's taken down early. And you can see Okudah again is just messing with him on the sideline. Overall, I think the Lions kind of locked down Jefferson. They did a great job with double teaming him and leaving help for Okudah, but there was a few instances where Jefferson did drop the ball, and that probably hurt him because he wasn't able to get into a solid rhythm. But it worked, and you saw Okudah messing with Jefferson. Maybe he was trying to get in his head. Maybe it worked. Maybe he didn't. We don't know. However, with double teaming and focusing on Jefferson, it came with issues. KJ Osborne and Thielen were open a lot. We saw Thielen have a pretty good game, 7 receptions, over 60 yards. Oruwariye struggled because Thielen was Cousins' main target. I also don't think Cousins was locked in this game. There's a few mishaps like that KJ Osborne overthrow. In the end, my final analysis is that the Lions played better defense than that was expected on Jefferson. Pretty solid defense, but also Cousins and Jefferson weren't really on their A game. That's my final opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate if you could like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. And once again, as always, thanks for watching.